I woke up with a bit of a frog in my throat, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit off. But yesterday I read chapters 11 and 12 of The Lord of the Rings, which means I'm now done book one. And in chapter 12, it's called A Flight to the Ford, and it's that last final push to get to Rivendell and relative safety. But Frodo has been stabbed by the Ringwraiths and he's being consumed by darkness, so theoretically, that should add a bit of a ticking clock here now. But I don't really like this chapter. I think there's this distinct lack of tension. They move at a pretty leisurely pace, and when they bump into an elf, they're just like, why aren't you hurrying faster? And it still seems like, it's really not until right before they get to the ford that they see the Ringwraiths again at all. This is one of the first points in the book where there is a major change over from how the movie does it. Because in the movie, Frodo becomes pretty much comatose as soon as he gets stabbed, and it's not long before the Ringwraiths come, and Arwen does like this car chase on horseback, this mad sprint to Rivendell while being chased, and it's really intense and all this stuff. Now, I like the intensity that the movie has and the stakes that are very much better communicated, in my opinion, but having Frodo comatose robs us of the great ending scene of this chapter because Frodo is very lucid after being stabbed in the book. And he has this big moment where he stands up to the Ringwraiths and he's just like, if you want the ring so bad, come and take me. And he stands no chance, of course, but we've been seeing these hints that he's made of sterner stuff, that he will fight back if he's pushed into a corner. He's a lot less fragile than the Frodo of the movies. And so, like, the stuff we've been seeing with Farmer Maggot and facing his fears and all this stuff along the way is really coming to the fore now in a pretty meaningful final section before the Ringwraiths are washed away by the magical river, ford of Rivendell, whatever, and Frodo blacks out and we end book one on a bit of a cliffhanger. Now, like I said, I don't like this chapter because I don't think it communicates the stakes that well. Even though they know what's happening to Frodo, they're still stopping for a lunch and stopping at night, and the Ringwraiths, the idea is that they've drawn back because they know what's going to happen to Frodo and he's going to be turned to their will, but it's like, well, he could just pass the ring to one of the companions that they know he's traveling with, so it doesn't quite work for me. But then again, even in the movie, it's still odd that they stab him only to withdraw, only to close in again later. So, it's a little bit spotty, but the end of the chapter is pretty great. So I'm glad to be done with book one. Hopefully I enjoy what's coming, and I can't wait to update you as I go.